Deflected, no! Rebound! Score!
The handball shot! Off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
A pleasant good morning and welcome inside legendary Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. It's another edition of RI St. M's Hockey on Pantoli Sports Network as the Saints take on the Philadelphia Flyers Elite U15 action to get things started on a long day here at Adelard Arena. We'll be with you here for twice this morning. 8 a.m., of course, this face-off right here. 10 a.m. to come up. And then 2 games on the afternoon session with the 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. games. A slate tomorrow as well, too, as we go 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m. Part of the Overspeed Hockey Tournament weekend all across the Ocean State. We'll be here for all of the Mount games as normal. Matt Jolis in the broadcast booth with you this morning. We hope that you've got your coffee, tea, donuts, whatever you may want, and you're settled in and ready to go for another great edition of RI Saints hockey. As we're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem. Sammy Doyen Cat Quiz in net this morning from Montreal in Canada. He comes in 11.5 games played, 1.70 goals against average, 91.79 save percentage. On the opposite side for the Philadelphia Flyers this morning is the 30 of Jonathan Giordano. Delio, pushed by Soma. As we're underway here in the first period of play, we thank you for tuning in this morning on Fans Only Sports Network. Today's first period is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. As quickly one shot from each side as Jackson Vates threw one up over top of Doyen Catquiz after the initial shot on the opposite side came from Soma. Up over top and into the netting in a stoppage of play. Conrad Fondrick from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, the center on the top line for this U15 side. 27 games played. This is game number 28 for him. He sits on 29 goals. At the rate that Fondrick's been scoring, we fully expect to see his 30th goal of the season somewhere in the course of this game today. Schultz works that one along the sideboards for the Flyers, circles all the way around for Ryder Tanner. Tanner tried to move it up the boards, and it got taken back away. Ewan China down in the corner as he gets bumped. McCabe goes into the corner to try to help him out, but it comes out onto the stick of Potter. That's Cryer as he works that one across. Flipped on the backside boards for the 11 of Nick Whitehead, and then it came off for Schultz. Dorian Catquez shepherds that one. Back into the neutral zone, looking for Whitehead. Whitehead pulls it free. Cryer was trying to get a piece of it, but he couldn't as it came off of his stick and hit the 54 of Tommy Brown. Saints trying to re-enter the zone. Offside is called, and we get a stoppage of play. Potter pushed that one down off of the faceoff, trying to go into the corner, looking there for the 22 of Ingwerson. Back for Brock Potter. Potter fired one, and that one is saved by Georgiano. Balanced start to this game through the first 2 minutes of play. And again, as we see on just about every single faceoff, referees having to warn players to keep out of the circle until the faceoff is dropped if you're a wing player. That one gets looped around the backside boards. Looking for the 7 of Tristan Hagerman. Hagerman to Potter. Soma from distance. And it's snagged by Georgiano. Jonathan Georgiano, Jackson, New Jersey, home to Six Flags Great Adventure and a very big outlet mall. Nico Bromley scoots to the circle. False start on the faceoff. Now taken as Bromley actually won that one, but then Fellman got a piece of it and pulled it back. Comes out to the blue line for Carter Amico. Grimes will take that one into the corner. Grimes cycles around as he looks for the 14 of Griffin Davey. Back for Carter Amico. Amico from distance, and it's kicked aside by Georgiano. To be pulled out for the Flyers off of the 4 of Geronimo. DeGeronimo had it for a moment, got a slot pass through, and then it's kicked back once again by the Saints defense. Chased in the corner. Overlapping was the 8 of Matt Grimes with Carter Amico. Icing will get called as it ping-pongs its way all the way back. Just approaching on 3 minutes gone by in this first period. Still no score on the board. A 4-2 differential in shots on goal and balanced possession across the board. Carried by the 13 of Ryan Hornberger. Hornberger had a great goal for the Saints on their last home game. Part of a bevy of goals. As there is a piece of something on the ice, and that'll get picked up by Vates. Whistle and a stoppage of play again. A face-off that was considered false start by the referees, and so we'll do this one again. To be won by the 19 of Jack Kennedy. Kennedy, as he slotted that to the opposite side for Fondrick. Kennedy and Fondrick in the backside corner. Fondrick looped it around, was looking to see if he could get Tardy. Could not pick him up fully. Flyers are playing very well defensively against this Mount side that we know can press high at many times during the course of the game. Gabe Simpson switches that one for Hornberger. As he sends it down looking for Kennedy, it goes a little bit past him. Will be picked up on the opposite side, shepherded along by the 19 of Caden Kelly. Held for a moment by Soma. Kelly against Kennedy, 19 versus 19 there. Kennedy is going to come to the better of that one, gets it to click off of the sideboards. It will come all the way down. Anthony Yeager will pick it up behind his own net as Ryder Tanner tries to push defensively on him. Slotted across for Godfredo. Godfredo got that one forward. Doyan Catquez, huge save into the second one is on the doorstep. Was the 34 of Latham Hutchinson. Face-off down to the left of Doyan Kakwez. Bounces out into the neutral zone. Offside. Whistled as Ryder Tanner could not complete the handle. .27 remaining here in the first period of play. No score, no penalties yet either. A disciplined game between both sides. Whitehead for Soma went to try to shoot that one, and DeLeo got in the way. Right back out in front for Ryder Tanner, and an opportunity that got blocked away by Giordano. On the sideboards for the 34 of Hutchinson, sent all the way down. Icing will get called. Soma on his way chasing it, but it was far enough in front. Game 1 of 2 on the morning session. We'll have another Mount game 10 a.m. That'll be about immediately following the conclusion of this game. And then 2 on the afternoon side, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. today. As it's hockey day in the Ocean State, the high school season here in Rhode Island gets underway this evening. Smithfield against Prout, 8 p.m. Eastern Time from the Smithfield Municipal Ice Rink. And then a bevy of games tomorrow as we get the slate fully underway. Defending state champions Bishop Hendricken not in action at home or even in Ocean State this weekend, as they are away in Lake Placid playing in the Lake Placid hockey tournament. Always a great place to play. As this one pops back in front. Accardi keeps that one right in at the blue line and sends a long shot down. It ping-pongs off of the backside boards. Hagerman pulls it out into the neutral zone. Lost a handle on it. Hornberger chases back along with Amico. Cutter Amico spins around and will pull this one off of the nearer side boards by the Mount bench. He'll get the dump and chase. No icing called. Mount is able to change their lines, get a fresh 5 on the ice off of Gabe Simpson. Simpson will pick it back up from Doyan Kakwez. Mount trying to see if they can exit the zone. Nico Bromley finally does for Hall, and that one came right in front of Hall, but standing in front of him was the 11 of Ryan Lippy. Lippy tried to run in to the 14 in white, blue, and red. And that did not work for Lippy as Griffin Davey was able to step that check. For the 22 of Cole Pastor. Pastor takes it all the way back down, trying to recollect defensively. Dom Soma from the corner. Soma fires! Bromley on the doorstep. But the save is made by Giordano. .64 shots on goal differential. As you continue to see how balanced this game is. Matt Tardy at the face-off circle as he went against Ewan China. Tardy was able to win that one. In the corner for the 19 of Jack Kennedy. Kennedy continuing to try to spin it around. Gets bottled up by 3 different Flyers players. Ping-ponging around the zone. Back for Tardy. Hard shot from Fondrick. Back into the corner. Tardy had an opportunity on a rebound that came off of the backside boards. Kept in by Amico at the blue line. Amico continues to use that big body to try to pressure the puck forward. They're going to say over the left side of the line and back, and offside will get called. This morning's first period on Pennsylvania Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree. Employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hampden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Big dump down as Soma took an issue with where Ewan China was and dumped him down to the ice. Soma round the backside for Amico. Looking across as he tries to get it onto the stick of Matt Tardy. Tardy pushed that one forward for Kennedy. Bounces back off of Kennedy. Poor Tardy once again. Came back for Bondrick and a hard shot. That was saved by the blocker pad of Georgiano. Dom Soma horseshoes that one around the backside boards. Mount will go for a line change with 8.5 left to go here in the period. Ryder Tanner tried to push it forward, was looking to get a little bit of help there if he could and could not from any of his teammates on that left side. Hornberger now with Whitehead. Kreyer kicks that one around. Back once again, this time for the aid of Grimes. Grimes dumps that one off. Kreyer pinned in the corner. It comes back out instead, and it's moved along on the stick of Fellman. Fellman drops across, and that one had to be saved, more particularly by Matt Grimes, to be able to get Kreyer to bring it back up. Kreyer dropping one for Whitehead. Whitehead loops around the backside. Whitehead needs to find a lane. He can't. Has to come all the way back out to the blue line again. Whitehead continues to cycle around. Kreyer, and a missed opportunity as that one clicked off of the side of his stick. And the face of it a little bit too open to deflect it the way he wanted to. No icing will get called, and on a deflected play, Hornberger chased it all the way back. Kreyer tips it to dump it into the zone. Mount completes a line change with 7 to go. Broken stick blade on the ice right in the neutral zone area, not affecting the play very much as the play is on the opposite side right now. Spun right in front. Potter, an opportunity as it came off of the stick of the 7 of Hagerman. Mount has been so close so many times in this period, unable yet to put one past Georgiano. Looking for a loop around. Ingwerson from the backside. Came back out again onto the stick of Hagerman. Hagerman slotted over to Potter. Mount wants a penalty. They haven't gotten one called as Hagerman got dumped down hard. Coming back the other way, Doyon Catquiz will kick one out and make a save as Mount got left open a little bit. The Flyers were able to attack almost in open space as Mason McCabe had an opportunity. For Potter. Potter rubbed off of the play there and then rubbed into the boards by Lippy right in front of the Flyers bench. Vates had it for a second. Schultz then before Potter and Davey were able to chop it back into their own zone. Pace of play has picked up, and so too has the physicality of this game with 5:55 left to go in the period. Just the first period of the morning, and already these players are up and ready to go. Carter Amico slots that one forward as he looks for the 14 of Griffin. Davey offside called, and a huge hit as well. They will call that force of motion related to the play of hockey and nothing nefarious, and so we won't see any penalty called from it. Tapped back into the glove of the 13 of Hornberger. As Hornberger then again has it come to him on the sideboards. Nico Bromley will chase this one into the corner against the 54 Brown. For Matt Tardy, past him as it's sent all the way down by Geronimo, and DiGeronimo will get Doyon Catquiz to just hold it. Fanzoli Sports Network is your home for RI St. M's hockey throughout the 2022-2023 season. As always, follow us on the web, Fanzoli Sports. It's fanzolisportz.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media you might have. Just search at FOSPORTZ. Poke check on the blue line by you in China. Disconnects that one from Fondrick. Fondrick chases it all the way back. They go to Kennedy along the sideboards as he took the pass there from the 17 of Dom Soma. And an offside call of the two-line variety, and we get a face-off at center ice. Fondrick wins the face-off. Cross for Grimes. Back for Fondrick. Pushes that one past Patton as they look for Kennedy in the corner. Pastor looped that around the backside for the Flyers. Soma kept it in the zone. Bouncing puck right in front. Kennedy turned that one. And then his final attempt that got pushed from the 18 of Matty Tardy. And it will be stopped by Georgiano again with Kennedy and Tardy on the doorstep. .420 left to go here in the first period of play. Simpson got dumped down. Puck came free across the neutral zone for Crayer. Back for Simpson. Simpson mishandled it. Has to collect it. Gets it back to Crayer. Taken over. And a hard shot that was blocked away by Dorian Catquiz from Latham Hutchinson. Simpson again behind his own net for Crayer. Nick Whitehead. Vates stops that one off of Whitehead's stick and will cycle around the backside for the Flyers. For the 27 of Carter Amico, as he slots that one behind him. Little rink-wide pass that went a little too far. As Simpson was trying to look for Dylan Crayer. Dylan Crayer, along with his brother Matt Crayer, part of a pairs of players on Mount teams that we see throughout the course of games. Arm up, and the first penalty of the day gets called. It's a hooking call. It's going to go against the Saints, unfortunately, as the 8 of Matt Grimes will head to the box. So 2 minutes for hooking for Grimes, and I'll put the Flyers on the power play for the first time this morning. Vates to the faceoff circle against Dallas Potter. Back at the blue line for the 54, Brown. Brown slots out across for Yuan China. Yuan China in the corner gets dumped down by Carter Amico. Puck popped free, shot score. A power play goal as it came off of Jackson Bates and bounced over for the 91 of Mason McCabe. And it will put the Flyers on the board 1-0. Schultz for Yuan China. Shot, save by Dorian Catquiz. .245 left to go as the Flyers continue with McCabe to pepper on Dorian Catquiz. That penalty unsettled Mount's game plan. They need to snap themselves back in. Kennedy looking across. That'll be picked up by a Tardy. For the 18 of Tardy off of the post. Simpson. Kennedy. Kennedy got bumped as he was trying to turn that one. Comes back for Soma at the blue line. Can't keep control of it. Soma trying to push it forward for Fondrick. Pondrick has to back off. Achardi in the last 2 minutes of the period. Soma, as he tried to kick that one across, looking for Simpson. Ping-pongs it off of the sideboards for Simpson to get it then into the 5 of Tanner, and then across to Kennedy. Behind the boards, the Flyers move this one forward. DiGeronimo, Achardi, taken over by Crayer. Crayer shot, score! Matt Crayer! Ding dong off of the post. And he ties it. Sorry, my apologies. Dylan Crayer. Getting the Crayer brothers mixed up. As he ding dongs it off the post, Crayer picks up his 14th of the season. Ryder Tanner is going to pick up the assist on the goal. It's going to be Tanner's 5th of the season on Crayer's 14th goal of the season. And this thing is honors even at 1 with 1:20 left to play here in the first. In front of the net, Hornberger taps that one away defensively. Till and Crayer trying to go for 2 with inside of a minute of each other as he pushed that one along. And I know the Crayer family is probably at home watching. My apologies for getting your sons mixed up there. Both of them prolific goal scorers for their respective Mount sides. As Dylan Crayer picks up the goal, I'm sure we will probably see Matt Crayer get a goal later on today. Soma. Off of the backside of Kelly defensively for Hagerman. Hagerman gets pinned along the boards. Trying to peel that one out. They finally do. Back to the blue line. It was kept in by Matt Grimes. Grimes trying to look for a space in the corner. He cannot. And it comes back out again, opposite side blue line. Grimes along with the 17 of Soma working through the backside zone. 33 seconds remaining in this period. Grimes craftfully moving through, slides one that will be saved by Giorgiano. In all likelihoods, with the number of games to be played on this rink today, we will get the short intermission after this period, and then the longer resurface intermission after the second period of play. Amico for Fondrick, and then Crayer tried to rifle one. That hit traffic before it even would have gotten through to Giorgiano. To Leo in the final 10 seconds of play. This one's just going to bounce around the neutral zone, and the Saints will take this one to the second period. Whitehead got one more shot off that bounced back off of the glass, and the horn sounds to end the period of play. Honors even after 1. A short break in between periods. We'll take one as well. You're watching RI St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Second period of action about to get underway here from Adelard Arena. A 1-all scoreline after Dylan Crayer tied it up late in the period following the goal about midway through from Mason McCabe for the Flyers. And we're underway in the second period of action. Thank you for tuning in this morning on Fans Only Sports Network. Today's second period is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit stanleytree.com for more information. And by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's hockey pro shop. Quickly, 2 shots from Anthony Yeager for the Flyers, and then Ewan China has one, and the door is closed by Doyan Katquiz. Doyan Katquiz right off of the faceoff. U16 action coming up following this game, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as the U16s take on Westchester Express. You can catch that game right here on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be back for a doubleheader in the afternoon, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. U15s against Windy City Storm. The U18s, 6 p.m. against Windy City Storm. That'll close off the day here from Adelard Arena. Then we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as the U16s take on Windy City Storm. U18s at 2 p.m. against Colorado Rampage. U15s at 4 p.m. against Colorado Rampage. And then the U16s at 8 p.m. against Colorado Rampage. And that'll close off our weekend of hockey here from Adelard for the RA St. M's. Coming close to the winter break. I think we may have one more weekend of games to go before we bid farewell until 2023. Cycled through the neutral zone, opportunity from Kennedy on the outside line, and Fondrick standing on the doorstep as that was sticked away by Giorgiano. All the way down, no icing call. They say it deflected off. Will be picked back up, moved out of the zone. Dow Simpson went down. Doyan Katquiz will flash the leather to make the save as it got picked up from DiGeronimo. Marco DiGeronimo, Medford, New Jersey. Quite a beautiful lake area in Medford. And if you ever have a chance to visit Medford in the summertime, or you live in Medford, I'm sure you're probably well aware of Canoe Fest, where they literally build massive floats onto canoes and then paddle them around the lake, and it is quite a sight to be seen. I can speak from experience, having lived in New Jersey for a few years while I was working in the Philadelphia market before coming up here to the Ocean State. Dumped down in by the 22 of Ingwerson. It cycled around for Grimes, came a little bit over top of his stick. Soma has to chase that one back. Soma was chased by DiGeronimo, but was able to get it forward. Off the sideboards, Potter just got rocked into the face. And the Mount coach is immediately screaming from the bench, and Potter is still down on the ice. Tristan Hagerman rolled over. Matt Grimes, too, had a conversation. Referees are discussing things at center ice. Not entirely sure if there is going to be a penalty call on this one. There was no arm that went up from the officials. But Brock Potter, Dallas Potter, again, getting names of players mixed up. As Dallas Potter has to get picked up by the training staff, and he'll get taken off the ice. I think calling the U18s game last night, we've got player names unsorted in the brain this morning. 8 a.m. is quite an early time for a face-off. For the 23 of Baron Novorosky, back for Amico. Amico fired that one, and a save made by Georgiano. Bromley for Hall. Tried to slot that one across, was maybe looking for Novorosky, couldn't find him. Ewan China headed the other way for the Flyers. Carter Amico stepped in front of the 19 of Caden Kelly and takes it the other way. Novorosky round the backside boards. It will get peeled out instead by the 53 of Godfredo. Godfredo will push that one. Mount controlling play here for a moment. Hornberger from distance trying to look for a redirect there from Bromley. Couldn't get it to go. Off the sideboards and out of the zone. Bromley chases it. Hornberger flips that one to the opposite side for Grimes. Back for Hornberger once again. Novorosky tapping it into the offensive zone. Nobody there. Mount makes a line change. Dangerously moving here for the Flyers as Godfredo had space, but they dump it down as well as Caden Kelly and Pete Godfredo come off on part of a line change for the Flyers. Back out in front and an opportunity that got sticked up by Griffin Davey into the pads of Georgiano. Still out free for Crayer. Crayer lost an edge. Some of the Mount staff thinking he may have gotten tripped, but no, looks like his skate just came out from underneath him. Griffin Davey pushes that one back to the blue line once again. Soma from distance, and that one went high. Whitehead comes in to be able to peel it out. Tried to flick it back. Lippy the other way for the Flyers. For Simpson. Gabe Simpson. Crayer. Davey. Davey had it bounce over top of the stick. Whitehead came in late to try to see if he could keep it in the zone. Simpson shoves down a Flyers player. It was Hutchinson from behind. No call from the referees. Around the back sideboards, carried out with a bit of steam is Achardi. Achardi gets run off by Simpson. Simpson lost his stick in the process. For the 55 of Jake Schultz. Schultz tried to pick that one up, and then a shot that goes to the wide side of Doyon Catquiz. For Pastor gets that one for Vates. Vates gets run off of the play by Carter Amico. Fondrick, Tardy, back for Carter Amico. Vates stepped in front of it. McCabe, shot, save Doyon Catquiz, second attempt score. And the Flyers will go back up top. And it's 2-1 from McCabe. Carter Amico. 11 left to play here in the second period. Flyers now lead 2-1. Still very balanced in shots on goal at 18-16. Saints trying to push this one hard back into the zone. Tristan Hagerman. Bounced back for Amico. A bit of a loose ice this morning as the puck seems to be bouncing around a lot. Hagerman. Trying to slot for Grimes. McCabe picks it up. McCabe moving through. Saints need to adjust their defense and try to see if they can mark that 91 of Mason McCabe a little bit more for Fondrick. Fondrick for Hagerman. Hagerman overlaps with Fondrick. Fondrick dumped it, nobody there. Simpson comes back in. Flip shot, score! Deegan Ingwerson knots this thing. Honors even at 2 as he'll pick up his 9th of the season. Ten and change to go here in the second. Still plenty of time for this game to go one way or the other on as Novoralski moves that one into the zone. Simpson. Soma from distance. That one made the Flyers goaltender jump, but Georgiano was able to get his chest plate in front of it and make the save. Whistle, stoppage of play, arm up, and a penalty has been called. Great. Brady Hall. It's called 2 minutes for high sticking. And Flyers will be on the power play for the second time today. 1 for 1 on the power play. They scored their first goal of the game. Whitehead tried to get that one through. Comes back around instead for Brown. Brown moves that one into the zone for the Flyers. Nick Whitehead got to the side boards in front of the Flyers bench and pushed it all the way back. Mason McCabe through the neutral zone. Looking to drop for Vate. Simpson had the puck and they whistle it offside. Cryer. Schultz. McCabe keeps it in at the blue line. That one was trying to go back for Mason McCabe, and he didn't see it coming. Scoots past him. Whitehead chased him all the way back. McCabe mishandles it as it turns for Soma. Ewan China in the corner. It was off for 73 of Jackson Vates. Vates off the sideboard. Pinned as it came back for Brown. Behind the net for the 55 of Schultz. 45 seconds remaining in the advantage. 8.5 left to go here in the second period. Level at 2. Stopped by Dorian Katko's second attempt, third attempt, and still a puck considered free. So after shots on net by the Flyers, they don't whistle the puck dead. That one it will be for icing, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Face off to the right of Georgiano. Won by the Flyers. For Yeager. Fellman. Yeager again in the corner. Thought about going back to Fellman, go to Hutchinson instead. Hutchinson gets pinned into the boards there by Simpson. On the backside, Dorian Catquiz stretches out to make a save as it was put on net from Fellman. Fondrick headed the other way into the corner. Simpson pushes that one along the side boards. It is peeled out and then moved along. For Hutchinson has to skate over top of a glove. Dorian Keck was sliding across to make the save. Penalty expired. We're back to 5-a-side hockey as Jackson Accardi was stoned by Doyen Catquiz. Face off, clicked off of the sideboards. Hagerman tried to push through. Hagerman collided on the backside line with Tommy Brown. Brown went down. Hagerman back into it again. Vates takes this one for the Flyers. Back into the neutral zone for Grimes. Grimes pushes around the corner. Grimes slots one down into the deep side as he looked to get that one onto the stick of the 22 of Tegan Ingwerson, one of the two goal scorers on the day for Mount. Dylan Crayer has the other one. Vates, Ingwerson. Ingwerson bumped by Vates and comes away with the puck. Grimes and Ingwerson can move this one along. They've got Matty Tardy on the opposite side. Grimes tried to horseshoe it around, sort of died right in front of the Zamboni doors, and they're going to call this one icing as it got flicked all the way past Doyen Catquiz. Second period action on Fans Sports Network, brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Nico Bromley off of the faceoff as he pushed that one. Jackson Accardi behind him. Moves that one for the Flyers back into the neutral zone. Gaffredo tried to tap that one over for UN China. It bounces off of multiple bodies before finally coming back into the defensive zone for the Flyers. Accardi behind his own net. Fires that one through. Was looking to see if he could get it off the sideboards for UN China. Didn't come across all the way. A lot of snow laying on the ice in front of the mountain bench as we can see the white up along the blue of the dasher boards. And a play down in the corner will cause a penalty. First of the morning on the Flyers. 2 minutes for tripping to Tommy Fellman. And Melt will get a power play for the first time. Grimes. Cross pass. Whitehead fires one. That one would have gone right to the post area, but the pad of Georgiano got in the way of it. Grimes kicks all the way around the back side. Carrying it. Grimes has to be careful. Lost one for McCabe. McCabe and UN China right there. Doyen Catquiz may have gotten a piece of that one with his glove as Mason McCabe fired one up over top. Again, another opportunity from McCabe and another save from Doyen Catquiz. 1:24 left to go in the advantage. 5:10 remaining in the period. Whitehead moves that one across. Whitehead can drop back to the blue line for Grimes. Slots that one across. Pulling the trigger is Grimes. No, he holds. Now he pulls the trigger. And Ingwerson right in front looking for the deflection. Couldn't get it to go. Fondrick, Ingwerson, Whitehead on the front line. Whitehead fired one, and that one had open space. Ingwerson could have almost put it back around. Pinned into the corner. Comes all the way back out for Grimes. Would have been offsides as Fondrick backtracks through the neutral zone. Ingwerson reinserts. Whitehead, along with Crayer, goes into the zone, along with the 16 of Fondrick. Comes right back. McCabe off of his leg. Whitehead picks this one up. Drop pass for the 21 of Crayer. Got it poked off of his stick. They'll cycle back around from the far angle as Whitehead fired one in. 11 seconds left to go in the advantage. 3:58 remaining in the period. Crayer pinned along the boards with Hornberger. Hornberger kicks it for Tardy. Tardy slotted one right across for Bromley. Couldn't get a full piece to turn it. Dom Soma at the blue line. Penalty expired. Boxes are empty. We're 5 aside once again. Tardy around the backside of his own cage. Worked with Kennedy. Came back out. Hornberger from distance. Fired one. Kennedy picks it back up. Looped around, kept in by Soma, and the long distance shot is held by Georgiano. We will get the longer intermission after this period as they'll resurface the ice before we play the third. A quick first two as we've played almost 34 minutes of clock time in the span of 1 hour. Griffin Davey. Ryder Tanner. Off of Tanner. Cycled around by the Flyers. Novorosky had it in the corner. Before he lost a handle on it, it got moved around from the three of Yeager, but Carter Amico stepped in the way. Simpson for Amico. Amico dumps that one down into the corner. Tanner will chase after it. Back for Simpson at the blue line. Simpson fired one, and a save made by Georgiano. Around the backside boards, Matt Grimes. All the way back for Whitehead. Whitehead dumps that one down into the far side. Whitehead cycles all the way back around. Grimes from the point. Shot across, and Crayer on the back doorstep couldn't put it home. Poked up into the Mount bench area. And the referee will pull a fresh piece of rubber out of his pocket and will go left side of the goalkeeper, Georgiano, and a face-off. Final 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Honors even at 2 apiece. One from Crayer, one from Ingwerson for the Saints, 2 from Mason McCabe for the Flyers, as we are 2-2. Jackson Vates. Bouncing puck back to the neutral zone. Pushed along. And back in defensively. The Flyers continue to try to pressure that side. Around the backside boards. Grimes. Pulling. Continuing to pull. Backtracks. Has Hornberger and Fondrick to work with. Drops for Fondrick. Fondrick gets there before he's attacked on by DiGeronimo. Fondrick wraps around. Hornberger can't keep it in at the blue line. It comes all the way back out. Carter Amico for Fondrick for Whitehead. In the final minute, they're going to call the offside. Fondrick won the faceoff to Kennedy. Kennedy dumps it down into the corner. Hutchinson chases that one. My apologies. It's actually the 54 of Tommy Brown. Hornberger for Kennedy. Ping pongs back out through the neutral zone. Fondrick. In the final 25 seconds, Conrad Fondrick tried to spin through, got run off by Brown. Brown then trying to get it back from Yuan China as Yuan China got run off by Fondrick in the corner. Fondrick holds that one back for Carter Amico. Amico got that one through traffic, and it's stopped by Georgiano. Tardy right behind, and Tardy was able to push one on, and a face-off will be held after the whistle. 1.4 officially remaining on the game clock. Whistle, horns, all of those things. And it will end the second period of play. We go to the third. Honors even after 2. They'll take the break to resurface the ice. We'll resurface ourselves. You're watching RI St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try High kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
High kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell.
As we welcome you back to Adelaide Arena, and we get set for third period action. Philadelphia Flyers are St. M's 2-all after 2 as we're underway in the third period, and quickly headed is Conrad Pondrick. Pondrick on the opposite side runs into the boards, taking out a Flyers player with him. It's the 11 of Lippy. Lippy into the back corner. Tardy goes in there to try to push things away. Tardy comes away with the puck. Turning and on top of the goal of Georgiano. Maybe the 14 of Griffin Davey who got the last hit. Third period action on Fanzoli Sports Network, brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Mason McCabe for the Flyers Dylan Crayer, Tegan Ingwerson for the Saints. 2-all after the 2. Crayer chases this one into the corner. Getting wiped out, possibly just losing an edge in the process of it, was U15. For Whitehead, Kennedy takes that one to the corner, pushed there by Tommy Brown. U15 the other way. Simpson comes over across the red line, dispossesses that one from U15. It popped up onto the stick of Jake Schultz. Schultz sends it all the way around. Brown flicks that one as he goes back down into the corner once again. Carter Amico comes over and takes it away for the Saints. Amico through the neutral zone for Crayer, for Whitehead, back for Crayer again. Crayer from the side, Whitehead had an open space and they couldn't turn it. McCabe gets run into the boards by Soma right in front of the penalty box area. Puck continues to swing around on the backside. Looking opportunity, Dorian Kakwas kicked one away. Dorian Kakwas again flying through the air, was able to poke one off. There is an arm up penalty to be called. Down player is McCabe. Little slow to get up. And the Saints are going to find the 13 of Ryan Hornberger in the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. And for the third time today, the Flyers are on the power play. 1 for 2 on the day. 31-22, the differential in shots on goal, but just a 2-2 scoreline. Flyers pot one in front. Dorian Kakwas kicks one away as Fellman right on the doorstep. Fellman trying to control that one. Kicked away by Fodrick. Fodrick the other way. Came back for Tardy after the kick save from Georgiano. Amico. Tardy. Fodrick through the center. Tardy fired one. That one was deflected in traffic by the 73 of Vates. Vates will take it himself behind his own net. Cycles that one back. Will be picked up by Tommy Brown. Brown off the sideboards. Back for Vates. Brown and Vates playing a little tic-tac-toe there. Amico. Fodrick, shot, save made as it went off of the chest pad of Georgiano. For Simpson. Saints have had 3 shots in this penalty kill. You couldn't imagine for a second the Saints are actually the ones on the penalty kill. 40 seconds left to go in the advantage, 13 and change left to go in the period. Getting dumped down behind the play was Crayer. Lost a handle on it. Brought back up through the neutral zone. Hutchinson tries to insert it for the Flyers. Gets dumped all the way into the corner. Chasing it is DeLeo. DeLeo from his knees as McCabe then flicked that one out all the way down. Icing called. 12 seconds remaining in the advantage. Cam DeLeo, Jackson Vates, both from Mullica Hill, New Jersey. Close by to Mullica Hill is Apple Farm, longtime host of the Apple Farm Arts and Music Festival for many years. Great place to visit in the summertime. A lot of good memories from that festival over the years. DiGeronimo off the sideboards, loops all the way around, can be shepherded by Dorian Kakwas. For Nick Whitehead. Whitehead taken down. No call from the referees as he continued to control the puck. Whitehead getting bumped again and then losing his stick as he's bumped a third time into the boards. Whitehead has enough of that one as he takes it into Jackson Achardi. And now whistle stoppage of play and issues between the two, and now they finally maybe have called Jackson Achardi. They will. Jackson and Charity will go to the box. 2 minutes for holding. Saints will go on the power play for just the second time today. First time resulted in a power play goal. Soma. Cross for Hornberger. Hornberger, little loose handle on that one as it's kicked by Vates all the way back into the defensive zone. For Dom Soma. Soma carries through. Drops one off. Looking for Cryer along the boards. Kennedy works with that one. Pops up over top and will be chased all the way back by Soma. For Cryer as he overlaps Kennedy. Cryer cycles it around the side of the net. Hornberger from top. Soma. Soma looks, fires one, and having to glove it down carefully was Georgiano. Grimes. Back in the defensive zone for the Saints as they reset. 1 minute left remaining on the advantage with 11.5 left to go here in regulation time. Whitehead. Jumping over top of the stick of Schultz. Nick Whitehead. Whitehead scores! Nick Whitehead, a power play goal. His 18th of the season. And the Saints are up 3-2. Two power play goals for the Saints today. They've gone 2 for 3 on the power play. And special teams will be the story if this one can hold for the next 11 minutes and 15 seconds. Gaffredo for the Flyers. Bromley chases Yeager back. Carried by the 53 of Gaffredo back into the zone. Bodies flying all over the place as Soma takes out Gaffredo, and that shot attempt gets pinned in between the post and the pads of Doyan Kakwa as if it came off the stick of Tommy Fellman. More action to come up here from Adelard in about 34 minutes of time. As the U16 side takes on Westchester Express. This one's going to spin all the way down. And we'll have a bit of a break after the Westchester Express game from our broadcast day. We'll be back 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Another slate of games to go this afternoon, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Kelly overlaps Amico. Hornberger chases back and is able to take away that one defensively. Hornberger along the side boards got pinned there before it comes back out up at the top blue line area. Shot in by Cole Pastor. Hagerman. Hard shot saved by Doyan Kakwa's second attempt that came from Gaffredo. And it snuck past the side post and rather than in, and that's a breath of relief for the Saints. Whistle, stoppage of play, 9:44 left to go here in regulation. Face-off to come to center ice. Matt Tardy will skate in against you in China. Griffin Davey. Conrad Fondrick. Dom Soma keeps that one in for Matty Tardy. Round the backside, Fondrick peels that one away from you in China. Fondrick was trying to slot across from Soma. DeLeo got in the way of that. Fondrick chases it all the way back, beats DeLeo in the foot race. Deflected off of the sideboards, kept in by you in China. You in China to the corner. Hutchinson all the way back at the point. And Dorian Catquiz making the save on the shot from Ryan Lippy. Ryan Lippy, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, home to Sesame Place. I'm getting all my Pennsylvania, New Jersey knowledge into this game today. It's probably the only time in the season that I'll be able to do that one. Scoots all the way down. Around the backside boards, losing a bit of an edge. And going down was Lippy. Hard shot for the point by Simpson. Jump shot that was saved by Georgiano right back down. Amico. Kreyer. Around the backside boards, looking for Novoralski on the opposite side. For Whitehead. Whitehead tried to do a nifty little flick underneath his own leg. And it hit up the side of the net instead. 8:20 left to go here in regulation. Standing on the laurels, a 3-2 lead on a power play goal from Nick Whitehead after Kreyer and Ingwerson scored the first two. It was seesaw, so it's been 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, and now to 3-2 in favor of the Saints. Simpson pokes that one down in the corner from Novoralski. Looking back, Simpson mishandled it. Diane Catquiz will stop that one for Carter Amico. Across as it gets underneath the stick of Novoralski. Line change for both sides. Ingwerson will flick that one back down. Kennedy tried to keep it at the blue line. He could not. As the 28 of Mike Zarzyski, who we have not really called at any point during the game today, now on the ice, and we see him in possession of the puck. Jackson Vates on backside, pushed by Brown. Vates, they were trying to look for DiGeronimo. Take it away through the middle. Hagerman had it on his stick. Grimes, Hornberger. Hornberger fires! Save made by Georgiano. A differential of 10 now at 36-26 in shots on goal. 6:43 left to go here in regulation. Shot score! Quick tic-tac-toe play, and guess who? There it is, number 30 on the season, Conrad Fondrick. It'll put it to 4-2. A bit of breathing room now for the Saints. Griffin Davey along the sideboards. Arm goes up. There's going to be a penalty called. Who's it against for elbowing? Davies holding the backside of his head. This is likely going to be a Saints power play. It's the 18 of Jackson Acharity back to the box again. And it's 2 minutes for elbowing. So Saints go on the power play. It's been fruitful for them. 2 for 3 on the power play today. Whitehead, as he carries that one across the blue line, dumped it up high, may have gotten deflected. Whitehead through the neutral zone. Grimes from the blue line. Back for Whitehead. Carried all the way down by the Flyers as they try to burn time off of the penalty. Bondrick drops one back. Shuffled to Grimes to the blue line. Whitehead for Bondrick again. Grimes down in the corner. Whitehead fires one. That one deflects off the glass, goes up into the netting. And we get a stoppage of play. 1 minute left to go in the advantage. Kennedy. Amico for Dom Soma. Soma fired. Backside of the net. Amico, and the net got put off of its moorings. Everybody was just about to jump. Carter Amico had that one very close. Kennedy. 40 seconds left to go in the advantage. 5 left to go here in the period. A now 4-2 lead for the Saints. Around the back side, moved forward for Tardy, off of the stick of Hornberger. Matty Tardy loops around behind the net. Soma. Hornberger for Amico. Back for Soma. Fires! That one came up in front. Second attempt and a kick save from Georgiano. And a whistle, and I think we're going to get a penalty on Carter Amico. They're going to call Carter Amico 2 minutes for roughing. So 5 seconds remaining on the advantage is now turned into 5 seconds of 4-on-4. And then the Flyers will get a power play for 1 minute and 55 seconds with 4 and change left to go here in the period. Hutchinson to the faceoff circle against Bondrick. Faceoff won by the Saints. Penalty expires. They can get the 18 of Acharity out of the box, and it's 5-on-4. Flyers with the power play for the next minute 45. Yeager, Hutchinson, pinned to the boards by Simpson. The 7 of Hagerman comes in there to help out in the play. But the puck squirts free for Vates. Back from the blue line in a hard attempt. That came from Brown, goes wide. Yeager brings that one all the way down behind his own net. Yeager, as he carries through for Grimes to be able to take that one away defensively for the Saints. around the back sideboards for Conrad Fondrick. Grimes peels this one out. Hagerman dumps it down. It was gloved by Giorgiano. No whistle from the referees. He held that one for quite a moment, though, before he distributed it aside. Opportunity here for Crayer as he comes off of the bench. Crayer, one out, score! A shorty for Nick Whitehead to get his second of the game and put an exclamation point to this one. It's 5-2. .46 seconds still remaining in the man advantage. But the Saints have added another one. Now a 3-goal lead at 5-2 with 3 minutes left to go. It's pretty highly likely to think the Flyers will find themselves back on this one. Dorian Catquiz sticks one away as it came off the stick of Yuan China. Back again, firing one right in front of him was the body of Jake Schultz, but it went wide and hit the cage, hit the back side boards. Hit the side of the cage, off of the cage to the backside boards. That was a bouncing puck play. All the way down, deep corner boards for Griffin Davey. Dom Soma flicks that one into the corner. Crayer chases after it. Crayer getting into a tie-up there with a Flyers player. It's the 11 of Ryan Lippy. Crayer. Penalty box is empty. We play 5 aside. 2 minutes left to go. Crayer tried to push one for Simpson. Schultz deflected it. Simpson sends this one all the way down. Went off of Nico Bromley. Got to Giorgiano, and he just sticked it aside. Whistle, stoppage of play, offside is called. 1:39 remaining. Grimes through the neutral zone for Bromley. Kicked back to Novorosky. DiGeronimo on the opposite side dumps that one all the way down. Doyan Catquiz will shepherd it across. Grimes gloved it for a second. Bromley comes back to help out. Hall. Back for Brown at neutral zone for the Flyers. The call will come for 1 minute remaining in the period. Very shortly, it'll be 1 minute remaining in regulation as the Saints have a 3-goal lead at 5-2. Amico. Tapped by Bromley. Bromley controls in the zone defensively. Saints just trying to burn time off the clock now. Bromley works it along his bench side. Carried across by Zarzecki. Carter Amico will pick this one up. Work it off the sideboards. Amico. That one's another goal. Why not make it a 6-pack as Carter Amico slides one across for Fondrick. It's number 31 on the season and 2 on the day for Fondrick. One and change left to go. Little error with our clock there. Apologies on that one. We're just going to take this one to the finish line. 14 seconds remaining. Hagerman pins it along the boards with Tardy. It's going to come back out in the final 5. Horn's going to sound as Dorian Catquiz is going to kick that one away. DeLeo tries to send one back, and it's game over. A 6-2 final for the Saints over the Flyers. A great way to start the morning. Conrad Fondrick, 2 goals. Nick Whitehead, 2. Dylan Crayer, Tegan Ingwerson, 1 each. That'll do it for us here on Fans Only Sports Network, at least for the next 15 minutes. We'll be back at 10 a.m. Eastern Time as the Saints take on Westchester Express. For more information on RI St. M's hockey, follow Fans Only Sports Network at Fans Only Sports. That's fansonlysportz.com.